The disc golf world is taking over the Twin Cities this week, and more than 1,000 players will compete for a title in the PDGA Masters Disc Golf World Championship.
And you can take in all the action while also helping the tournament run smoothly. So joining us today are tournament staff and volunteers Dan Schnabel and Trevor Boney. Thank you both for coming here, guys. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Some people have heard of disc golf, frolf, but for those that maybe haven't, can you just walk us through again, what are the rules of the sport?
Sure, absolutely. So disc golf is played very similar to golf, or as we call it, traditional or ball golf. The object is to get from the tee to the hole or the basket in as few strokes as possible.
Got it.
Yeah, it's really popular. We said that there are like 1,000 players coming into town.
Yeah.
How many people how many are competing? Where are they from?
Yeah, as of this morning, we were at 1,095 players representing all 50 states and 21 countries. It's the biggest world championships that the PDGA has ever had.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. It's great to have such a huge turnout. And I know as a disc golfer, we have a great collection of courses. Usually a big tournament has maybe just like 2 courses at most, but that is not the case when it's a world championship of this magnitude. How vast is this across the Twin Cities?
Yeah, so we're playing on 8 different courses this week, depending on divisions, kind of depends on where you end up playing. I think most divisions are playing between 2 different courses, alternating from day to day.
So we got a map up here.
Oh, nice.
And how do you know who's playing on what course? Is it based on difficulty?
A little bit of that, and it's based on, difficulty, skill level, age group, and all those different things.
Yeah, the PDGA will make pools of divisions, and so that people aren't going all over the place throughout the entire week. They'll make those pools be in 2 groups, and then they'll alternate between those courses.
Now we're saying that it's a Masters event, so that means that competitors are ages 40 and up.
Correct.
And I understand you do have like a large, range of people who are competing. 70-year-olds are competing?
Yeah, I actually played this morning at Bryant Lake practice round, and one of the gentlemen that joined me was the reigning MA 75 world champ from last year.
Great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Did they say when they took it up? Because it's not. I feel like disc golf hasn't been around forever, right?
It's been around like 50 years or so.
It's actually the Minnesota Frisbee Association's 50th anniversary this year.
Wow.
One of the oldest disc clubs in the world.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Well, we're getting the word out, so we're trying to do
Yeah,
we're
there you
here,
go.
a preview of one of the courses. This is Oakwood in Cottage Grove, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Who will be competing at this course? One of the age.
I don't know off the top of my head. So when they break up all these divisions, this tournament is massive, right? We've got over 1,000 people, and there are pros and amateurs, and they break down the divisions every 5 years. So there's men's pro, 40 and up, 45 and up, 50 and up, 55 and up, and so on. And same for amateurs, and then men and women. And so there's lots of different pools, and I don't have them memorized off the top of my head. I know where
players.
I know where Dan's playing.
I know where I'm playing. That's great.
So you guys are familiar with these courses. Which would you say is the most difficult one?
Probably this year, Jason and his staff redid Kaposha Park, one of the oldest courses in the state, which is in South or West St. Paul. I forget which one it is, South St. Paul. So he combined some holes. I know Jeff has probably been out there a couple of times playing it. And talking to some of the pro players that are playing out there, Danny Polk, one of our local favorites for this week, he's like, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's going to be a tough course.
It's good to hear. It's for a championship.
Of course. We love the challenge. That's
different
why we're out
courses,
here,
different suit different games. If I were saying how I play, I think Bethel is the hardest one for myself.
Tricky one.
But it's different for everybody and what kind of shots you.
We'd be remiss though if we didn't mention, Dan, you say you compete, but you don't just compete, you won the MA 40 division last year. What was it like to achieve such an accomplishment?
It was fantastic. I mean, I always talk about our division being one of the best divisions in disc golf, and there's footage right now of me tapping out for the win. At the end of the round, all 4 competitors, the other 3 competitors came up and gave me big hugs and stuff. So we were supporting each other. We love to see success with each other, and it was fantastic. So obviously, thank you. I did a lot of things to get prepared for it. Some of the things I started incorporating into my training was I ran my first marathon last year. Run my second one at Grandma's a week and a half ago.
You're training for the disc golf?
Yeah,
running?
I mean, it helps you with your mental toughness. It helps you with your not becoming as fatigued as some of the other folks and stuff. And so, I mean, throwing the disc is important, putting is important, but just being prepared and ready to go once you get to the 18th hole is important as well.
Very quickly, if someone wanted to volunteer, can they just show up at one of the courses and just find someone who's needing help? How does that work?
Jason has put together, Jason Wilder, the tournament director, has been doing a lot for 2 years leading up to this and has gotten a lot of volunteers, over 100 local volunteers, and the PDGA bringing in 50 or so different course marshals and things. At this point, we've got it pretty much settled, but if you did want to, you can find information on the PDGA website. There's a form to fill out to be a volunteer, and later in the week, if we have some extra things that need to be done, we would still love people to fill out that form and volunteer, and we would reach out to them and see if we've got some spots for them to be spotters or other things to help out players. I know that people are looking for caddies,
yes,
and things like that as well.
It's a lot for someone in their 70s to carry a bag for 5 days. Totally understand. Thank you both, gentlemen, for coming in, and good luck, of course, as the tournament goes on. Dan, here are those details again. Don't miss the PDGA Masters World Championships happening tomorrow through Saturday across 8 different courses. As Trevor said, you can learn more about the schedule and the event itself online.